Dos, brilliant to have you back, mate. How was that for you tonight?
Yeah, fabulous away performance from the players. On the back of really a brilliant performance at Plymouth Parkway. Watched the game this morning. Really, that could have been 6 or 7-1 at Plymouth. And for the lads to travel 4 hours there, 4 hours back on a heavy pitch, and then come and produce on a Tuesday night, I think it's a massive credit to the players and staff and everyone, yeah.
Of course, 2 debuts tonight, Class and Higgs. How pleased are you with their performances this evening?
Well, they were much needed. Really the last 4 or 5 weeks we've been working with 12, 13. We've had massive problems with injuries and suspensions. We didn't particularly want to bring anyone in on suspensions because they only last a game or two. But, ultimately we were short of numbers and we went to Plymouth again with 13. With Byron then getting injured and Jake McCarthy picking up his 5th yellow, most of those for Weymouth. It meant that we were going to be really short for this coming Saturday. So important that we made some moves over the weekend, and I've got to thank Spencer Day at Farnborough. Spencer was the conduit to get Michael Clarkson, and he's on a dual registration with us through Farnborough, and Tommy Lee Higgs on loan for a month initially with us, and both, obviously Tommy started tonight and Michael came on for the last 15 minutes.
Of course, Jake McCarthy with the brace today. Just to touch on it, how pleased have you and Ross been with him in recent weeks?
Well, he's exceptional in that final third of the pitch. How many goals has he got now? Anyone know? 10?
I think that's 11th, his 11th or 12th for the season.
That's 11th or 12th, is it? From a midfield situation, it's incredible. We know his ability on set pieces as well. And that first goal today, in my day, you couldn't actually strike the football like that. So this knuckle ball that they call it now, I mean, we see him do it in training all the time. And it was just reward, really, for the amount of chances we'd created, and then it was nice for Macca to get on the end of a brilliant Vinnie Toom cross, I've got to say, to get us 2-0 up.
Of course, and how important is a clean sheet tonight? Because I think by my books that's Deck's first clean sheet in Sholing colours, so that must mean a lot to him.
Yeah, I said to Deck as he came off, well done, and he said, he felt it's a long time coming for him, not that he's been at fault for goals, but, we are a team that likes to get on the front foot, but ultimately, you won't get into playoffs if you keep conceding too many goals, and that's something that we've talked about. Actually, it's not away from home. Away from home, we've been excellent. I think we got the 3rd best defensive record. But it's at home that that we've suffered. Haven't, I think, scored 3. Weymouth scored 2. So yeah, there's plenty of things to work on still. But ultimately, we're we feel we're getting in a good place. The improvement will keep coming, I think, from December onwards as well. And I've always said if we can stay in the pack and be around it February, March, then this team's good enough to go on a run to get into those playoffs as a minimum.
Of course, and just finally to touch on the fans tonight, they were here in numbers on a cold Tuesday night at Uxbridge. There were 2 minibuses full as well in Plymouth on Saturday. I know Ross touched on it anyway, but how pleased are you to see them up here tonight?
Well, I think it's incredible. I mean, I watched the Plymouth game, like I said this morning, to see sort of nearly 50 supporters from your club make as much noise as they did, that's all you could hear. And it's some effort to also get here on a Tuesday night. Everyone works and, we've got kids and whatever. So, to get the same sort of guys here again tonight, we can only thank them for that, but they do make a difference. It does make a difference when the away support are loud and they're behind the players, which they always are at this football club. So the supporters are huge, and like I said, we go into Saturday now with real confidence. I think, to get 4 points from 2 away games, and as I said, you cannot ever underestimate the amount of distance and travel. So from that point of view, we feel we've had a great week.